Loyal friend all her life, Princess Margaret supported me throughout. She allowed me time away from the household when my children needed me, and she always welcomed me back when I was ready. Over the years, she'd spent so much time with Colin and me that our lives were completely connected. By the 90s, I'd been lady-in-waiting for over 25 years. At my coming-out dance, I remember realising we had both grown up. Our childhood days on Holcombe Beach long behind us. And then, in 1993, I had a similar realisation when Peter Townsend came to have lunch with Princess Margaret at Kensington Palace, and I happened to be there. Suddenly, I was aware we were getting old. They hadn't seen each other since he'd moved away in the 1950s, following the ultimatum she'd been given to choose between him and royal life. I watched him from the window, now a very old man, as he got out of the car and slowly made his way into the house. I didn't go to lunch, but afterwards, once he'd left, she asked me to sit with her. How did it go? I asked her. He hasn't changed at all, she replied. It was a touching response, given the 40 years that had passed. I had never really asked her much about their relationship, but now I sensed that she wanted to talk about him. Ma'am, I said, when did you first fall in love with him? She didn't need much encouragement. Launching into the story was the 1947 World Tour to South Africa. Every morning and evening, she'd gone for a ride with the horses that had been brought on the royal train, accompanied by an equerry to the king, Peter Townsend. They had fallen madly in love, and although it happened long ago, the subject made her pensive. I felt sad for her, but just like with me and Johnny Spencer, there was no way of telling whether we would have been happier had we married those men instead of our husbands. Not to dwell on things, after a moment's pause, she moved on to a completely new conversation, as though she wanted to draw a line under the topic, in exactly the same way my mother would have done.